Okay, let's take a look at this. This is from their like Sandy Hook scrapbook from old Posner. Let's take a look at it. What's it say here? I had to cut his fucking head off and hers. Black O. It's precious, mother and son X. Well, doesn't this tell you something? The X. So what are we going to do then? What we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to find out what this is. And what this is what this is. What is this? This is the black comb circle. The black comb O. These guys just, what the fuck? So let's look. What is it? Let's see. There's the circumference of the circle of the black comb equals the height of the Tower of Belus. Well, that's interesting stuff, isn't it? The Tower of Belus. So let's move this over here, because that's important because it's precious. It's mother and son. The diameter 29 is 7 points. Cylinder height having 74 units. 1 degree equals 360. If these are hard for you to see, I'll try and blow these up so you can see it. Okay. Here it is. Cube 40 times circumference equals the diameter in the orbit of the Earth. The cube is 3 times 40 times circumference, blah, blah, blah. Let's just do this. Let's just make this bigger. Okay, you notice they're using the words cube here. You see, you better learn that these stories in the Bible are coded fucking stories. The diameter of the circle is 29 yards, equals 87 feet, blah, blah, blah. 5 cubes of 50 times, blah, blah, blah. The distance of Uranus and Belus. Here's 15. There's 30. So here would be what we keep saying. There's your 6, there's your 3, and there's your 9. So we know that there's a fucking another bullshit story going on here. Okay? 15 cubes, the diameter, blah, blah, blah. Now, here's where it's going to get even funner. Okay? Let's see here. This, I'm just going to blow this up so you can see it. I don't know if that's still in the picture. Let me see. Yeah, it's still there. So let's find out who Belus is. Who's Belus? Now, let's take a look. And it's interesting because it's called Antiquity of Christianity. These periods, then all the above mentioned facts viewed, and collectively one can see the antiquity of the prophetical writings, blah, blah, blah. For Thales mentioned Belus, king of the Assyrians, and Saturn, son of Titanus, alleging that Belus, with the Titans, made war against Jupiter. Jupiter would be the equivalent of Jesus, and the so-called gods in his alliance. And on this occasion, he says that Gyges, being defeated, fled to Tartarus, which would be the center of this planet. At that time, Gyges ruled over that country, which was called Acte, but is now called Attica, which is interesting because that Tartarus is a prison, and Attica is a big prison in California. And when the other countries and cities derive their names, we think it is unnecessary to recount, especially to you who are acquainted with history, that Moses, and not he only, but most of the prophets who followed him, is proved to be older than all the writers. And then Saturn and Belus in the Trojan War is manifest. For according to the history of Thales, Belus is found to be 32 years prior to the Trojan War. It just goes on and then it says, and as Saturn and Belus flourished at the same time, most people do not know that Saturn, which is Belus, some worship Saturn and call him Bel or Baal, especially in the inhabitants of the eastern countries, for they do not know who either Saturn or Belus is. And among the Romans he is called Saturn, for neither do they know which the two is more ancient, Saturn or Bel. Well, in my opinion, they're both the same, because it's called Bel Saturn. So this is coming from a Christianity point. So far as regards, blah, blah, the Olympiads, blah, blah, blah. It says, Saturn, so far as regards the comment of the Olympiads, they say that the observation dates from Iphitus, but according to others, from Linus, who is also called Ilias. Well, who were the Iliad? Were the Ilias were the lower gods. Now, why is this particular name important? Right here. Why is that name important? Yes, everybody knows it from fucking Charlie Brown. But why is that important? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how this thing plays itself out. We just got a giant snowstorm here. Massive, across the whole United States in the center. Look what it's called. What is it called? Winter Storm Linus. How interesting. Snow and ice threat. Interesting stuff. Snow and ice threat. And look when it was posted. 33 minutes ago. See how everything gets wrapped up nice and neat in a big fucking package? So, let's go back and look at this. Do you still think that Sandy Hook is a hoax? Do you really still think that there's nothing to any of this thing? Do you still think that it's a fucking hoax? Are you that fucking stupid to think that all of this Sandy Hook stuff is a hoax? If you do, you're a retard, and you could probably fucking hit yourself in the head with a hammer and just do yourself away, because this, by his own hand, this is from the old man Posner wrote it. Black O, it's precious, mother and son X. See what Lenny don't get through his head? Is that I've been onto this for years. I'm onto it. You're not fooling anybody. The Mother and Child Reunion by Simon and Garfunkel. What the fuck do you think that song is? Notice how the father is always omitted. It's always the mother and son. That makes you a mama's boy. You better fucking wake up and understand. Sandy Hook was not a hoax. Sandy Hook's had to do with a whole bunch of ritualistic shit. It's atomic, it's ritualistic, it's all kinds of stuff. But what it ain't is fake. Fucking truth movement. I'd like to grab the whole truth movement and crack their heads together like fucking coconuts on the Three Stooges.